All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha, Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders out of Great Millstone that teach and rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide, that's in the faith and believe in the name and uplifting the names of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. Once again, coming back with another lesson. As always, this message goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and also to the Israelite foreigners as well that are scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on a typical look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So like I say, basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson, touching on current news, okay, which is, prophecy, and basically touching on the world economy and where it's headed. Okay, primary. Okay, starting here in America. Okay, which this place is known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures. And what you are experiencing now here in America when it comes to its financial system, okay, that the dollar is losing its value, and now you're starting to see inflation, okay, on prices going up, and the cause of that, one of the reasons as well, okay, that due to the debt that is placed on accumulate, okay, and and now you also see that a lot of these countries, starting with Russia, starting to do away with the dollar, and other countries following suit. Okay, as over there in Russia, they preparing, okay, of alliance through a financial system, which is called BRICS. Okay, and and now you're starting to witness a coming of a financial crisis. Okay, here in America and worldwide. Okay, and I got this video queued up on the screen, which off the beloved elder Yashawamba from the GMS Dallas branch of his page, one of his page, 2 through information. And you can see the title he gave it. This means war is coming. Okay, and it is. Okay, in the midst of this transition, okay, as nations starting to lead off from the American dollar. Okay, it also going to bring in the threat of World War III, which is biblical prophecy. And that's what we're coming into. Okay, we're coming into the time of the Third World War and the transition of also the way how the global financial system is being run. Okay, like I say, the dollar, America dollar, that was once the standard of the world that people took on to when it comes to these countries. Now they leading off from it, dropping it. And now we're in the point that these elites, Edom, okay, the central bankers, want to introduce a new currency, okay, a digital system. Okay, that's why they got a system called the CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, which we know, okay, here at Great Millstone, and those that's in the spirit of Yahweh Shemyaw Shai know that's the prophecy that's coming in the form of the MOTB, okay, which we call it the acronym, the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, which no doubt is that RFID micro, okay, CHIP, that about to be implemented, man, okay, and that's what's about to be on place or put in place, okay, as you starting to see now. Also, like I say, countries moving towards a cashless society. Okay? And all that ties into prophecy. The MOTB being implemented worldwide and the coming of the Third World War. Okay? Which is going to lead to this place destruction. Okay? America, by the way of thermonuclear destruction by the hands of Russia, man, in the presence of Yahweh Shai, who the world called Christ, second coming of his return. Okay? By the way of the host of angels. Okay? What the world called UFOs, which are the chariots. Okay? When the Lord returned, and only redeem the elect, which were considered the 144,000 and the 1/3. Okay, so all this that's happening now in the earth when it comes to the nations battling between, you know, financial systems, who's going to be the next superpower. Okay, all that's coming to the point of war. Okay. And like I said, eventually this place, as it prophesied, America, destruction. So let me go ahead and play this video because, you know, through the spirit, you know, I go through the spirit, but my intention is not to, you know, make this video too long. But I'm going to go ahead.
This week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they're in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Monica, great to see you this morning. Let's start right there. What happens if these emerging economies move away from the U.S. dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Well, good morning, Will. It's
announced this week that Russia will be...
Yeah, so that's the end of the video. Okay, quick video. As you can see, they're reporting that, you know, you got other countries, okay, that's starting an alliance. They suffer with Russia financial system, by the way, that, you know, the BRICS. Okay, now you got the talks of Saudi Arabia and Iran joining, okay? Other countries as well, man. Okay, you got the talks of Argentina, okay? Certain, you know, countries here in the Western Hemisphere, okay, in Central America, South America, okay, countries over there, nations over there, or countries over there in Africa, okay, like Kenya, okay, the Kenya president just came out, okay, about last week, okay, make the statement that, you know, he told his people in that, you know, during that, you know, that meeting they had, okay, we gave that speech saying that in a near couple of weeks, or basically in the near future, he advised his people not to use the American dollar anymore because they're moving on from it, okay? And there's going to be a big change, okay, when it comes to the economy or financial ways, okay, or dealing with the American dollar. And like I said, as they leaving off from it, okay, and as Russia leading the way to prepare a new system, okay, in the form of the BRICS. But all that going to tie into basically world economy crash, okay, like, because like I mentioned in my video yesterday, Elder Ariala, okay, he made the statement, you know, Elder Ariala from GMS Dallas, he made the statement that, you know, these other countries really can't drop the U.S. dollar like that, that's dealing with it, okay, because it's going to be a financial blow to their economy, okay, it's going to be like a domino effect, okay, so, you know, now they starting to, you know, more and more, you know, cut off from it, okay, but eventually it's going to be a financial crash, and how the world is set by the way of these elites, those of these countries that's in league with them, all of them pushing towards a digital system, a social credit-based system, okay? Because not only that, like I said, you got the BRICS, doing away with the U.S. dollar and coming up with their own form of currency. And you have people thinking that, okay, now that Russia moving towards the yin, whatever what it was, the China dollar, the yuan, okay, and Saudi Arabia moving towards the currency as well, and Iran leading off from the American dollar. They're going to join with the currency of Russia and China. But the BRICS, those nations that's into the BRICS financial system, they moving towards a digital system, man. Okay, showing that this thing gonna be worldwide when it comes to the MOTB. Okay, eventually, because that's prophecy. So before I get into the scriptures, let me get this. Okay, and this is a article, that the head of our camp, okay, the brother Akah, okay, which known as to us, Bishop Akah, okay, put this in a group chat, okay, and you can see, okay, this article, which is off of Black Enterprise, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, which is the BRIC nations, okay, plan to introduce plans for a new and innovative currency, okay, and I look up that word, if I pronounce it right. I'll let Google explain it. Okay. Innovative. Okay. And it says innovator, and it says featuring new methods, advanced and original, introducing new ideas, original and creative in thinking. Okay, so what it is again? Innovative. Okay, so let me go back to the head of that article. And it says, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa plan to introduce plans for a new innovator currency. Okay, a future currency, a new methods. Okay, and that's what these nations, starting to move towards now, as they leaving off the mind frame of the dollar of America and joining into Russia and China, by the way, that BRICS alliance, okay, financial system. Okay, and let's see what their innovative currency gonna circle around. Okay, like I said, I'm just gonna read this paragraph, okay, and get into the scriptures. And it says, Bazinga reports the BRICS alliance is exploring the idea of an innovative currency and plans to share proposals at the up-and-coming summit in South Africa. BRICS is an acronym standing for 5 leading emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Deputy Chairman, Russia's Parliament, Alexandra Babovkov claims the plan will entitle intelligent transitions from using domestic currencies in transactions to introducing calculating a digital or alternative form of groundbreaking currency in the near future. And that point I want to get, it says what? A digital. Okay, because like I said, all these countries moving towards a digital society, man. A cashless society. Okay, being spearheaded by the CBDC, these elites. Okay, so even though Russia and these other countries that join in with BRICS, okay, leaving off from America, but all of them have the same idea when it comes to the time of prophecy of that MOTB. Okay, a digital system being in place. Okay, and best believe me, they're gonna introduce that too, man. Okay, that micro, that C-HIP. Well, a lot of these countries are already moving towards it. Okay, it ain't like the microchip ain't here. It's already here. Okay, but it's just gonna have to come to the point of it being implemented, man. Mandated. Because that's gonna be prophecy, man, worldwide. Okay, when you read Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Okay, so not only that, over here in the West is introducing a digital system, ready to implement that. And over there in Europe, okay, look at Sweden, okay, and now you got China moving toward digital currency, digital systems, okay, how to pay, okay, how to buy, or sell. So all these countries moving towards that, man, okay, and the elites spearheading it, man, okay, and all of it leading to who's going to be the next superpower, okay, to rule and introduce that system. And that's why now also going to come to the point of a war, okay, and in the midst of that war, hey, Yahweh Shai is going to return, okay, because as prophecy claimed, America is the final rulership of you Edomites and also you heathens that's in power. Because when Yahweh Shai return, he's coming back to take down all kingdoms when it comes to you nations, okay, and set up his kingdom, which by default is our kingdom, the kingdom of Israel, okay, of Negroes, Latinos, and Native American descent, so-called, okay, the Israelites, starting with the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. That's going to be the body government of Yahweh Shai kingdom here on the earth, in the land of Israel, okay, which we're going to inherit our land back, because the land of Israel, the people who operate in it now are not the original people, and they're going to be destroyed, okay, at the time of the Third World War and the missiles being launched, okay, America going to be destroyed totally, and the land of Israel, okay, but the difference between America and the land of Israel, America never going to be built back up, okay, never going to be inhabited. It's going to become a desert, okay, but the land of Israel, once that land is dissolved by the way of fire, okay, it's going to be built back up by the original people, us, the Israelites, man, starting with the elect, okay, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But let me get this. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And if you don't know by now, Esau, or the Edomites, are the so-called white race today, starting with the elites on down that's ruling, okay? And it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And what's being sought out now that he's being exposed? Okay, that he's the wicked that the Bible speak of. He got everything through by bloodshed, by the blessing of the sword, which was given to him. Okay, by a forefather, Isaac. Okay, and through that, now here in this time that he's ruling. Okay, he done conquered all nations, man, especially us, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans here in America alone. How this place was built off of free labor. And from that time, all these countries had taken part of the way of America when it comes to a financial system. Okay, all these countries had gained rich or wealth off of America. Okay, through financially and business-wise, man. Okay, but now they've been exposed. And one of the things that they've been exposed about is this financial system, how it was put in place when it came to the Federal Reserve notes, okay, the dollar, okay, which is nothing but debt. As America now is in, $31 trillion and counting in debt. When you look at the debt clock, so that's being sought out, okay, that the dollar is not backed by any gold or silver when it once was, okay, that they removed that standard. And from that, I think the 1913, okay, about years ago, okay, 100 years ago, they removed that standard. So ever since that time, you have nothing but debt, and that these other countries that took to the form of doing trades and business in the American dollar, now they countries in debt to the point what you see today, the evidence what you see today, that now these countries want to move away from the dollar and towards a new system. And basically now through this technology worldwide, okay, all these countries want to move towards a digital system, starting with the superpowers that's ahead, okay? Okay, here in America, over there in Europe, and also the BRICS nations being spearheaded by Russia and China. Let me continue on. And it says, verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were confederacy mean they were joint once upon a time, trusting in America, especially China, okay? When it comes to financial trades, man, okay? We always got that saying, and it's always been a known fact when it comes to certain products over here in America, okay, that was shipped over here, okay, because America is known as an import country, okay, that these other countries outside of America send their merchandise over here. And we always, known for, you always been known for when you pick up certain items, okay, they got the trademark on it, made in China, made in Taiwan, okay, and that's why there's a big whole controversy over there between, the frictions between America and China over Taiwan, okay, because in actuality, Taiwan really belongs to China, but America want to continue on or trying to seize Taiwan from China, man, just like they always do other countries, okay, this whole situation with Ukraine and Russia, America is that involved in that, but in all actuality, Ukraine belongs under the authority of Russia, okay, during the time of the Soviet Union, man. Okay, but now you're seeing NATO, the EU, and America, okay, trying to get Ukraine to come on their side so they can basically have a stronghold over there to be present in Russia, okay, more closer to Russia, okay, and now you start to see the frictions, and the EU system is falling. That's prophecy, okay, about the 10 toes, okay, iron mixed with clay, okay, that those nations over there, partly of them are strong, and the ones that iron are strong, and the ones that are weak are clay. And the scriptures say they don't mix, okay, and that's also financially over there in Europe, okay, and you got certain countries over there that want to leave the EU and talking about joining Russia or still doing business with Russia, okay, Turkey being one of them, okay, and all you got certain allies of America over there in the EU, okay, starting to distrust America, okay, due to the sanctions, all type of madness, okay, when it comes to America, how they violating, other countries, man, especially when it comes to their money, their financial system, man. Okay, so now you're starting to see, as it says, verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, okay, men that once, took a liking unto America when it comes to them, their financial system, doing, business with them. The men that were at peace with thee had deceived thee and prevailed against thee, okay. At one part of time, these other countries also, didn't want to buck up against America due to America advanced military, okay? And America is still a superpower when it comes to its military, okay? But now it's an even playing field because now you got Russia ahead with advanced weapons, advanced hypersonic missiles as they putting on display. China, okay? And all these other countries that Russia is aiding or have certain financial wealth that they don't put into their military and advance their technology, man, okay, to combat against America. But that's what we're coming into, the time of the Third World War, okay? So these nations, okay, that coming against America, they ain't with that peace no more. The men that were at peace with thee had deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So you're starting to see these other countries, okay, the bread, okay, going into prosperity, man. Okay, the wealth, the riches, okay, and that's a known slang that we use, okay, amongst the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, okay, Jakes, okay, we always use the slang bread, okay, even though we might not be talking about physical bread, okay, but it's equal with what money, symbolic, like for money, lingo for money, okay, bread, okay, so that's what it's really going into when it says that they that ate thy bread, okay, have laid a wound under thee, and that's going into the financial system, okay, the debt, okay, that these other countries that took on. Now they starting to cut off from an American dollar and coming with their own way of format of a currency, okay, and it start with them talking about going into certain currency when it comes to paper money, like I say the yuan and the ruby, okay, Saudi Arabia, they currency in paper money. Okay, because once again, these other countries, they took on to the philosophy of America when it came to the paper money. Okay, because these other countries, they have paper money. Okay, taking on the ways of America. Okay, because those was how they had to trade with the dollar. Okay, with the U.S. dollar. Okay, paperback, which ain't nothing but debt. But now you're starting to see these other countries moving towards a digital system to the point they're going to drop their physical dollar. Okay, or whatever they name it, and they physical dollar currency, but they're going to do away with that, man, and everything gonna go towards a digital financial system. As I read in that article earlier, that the BRICS want to do that. Okay, over there in Europe they want to do it. Okay, over here in America, moving towards a digital system. So that's it on that. Let me get this. Let me see. I get this. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 6. I started at 7. And it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And once again, America in the scriptures is Babylon, okay, which the word Babylon, Baal in the Hebrew, means confusion. And that's what you have here in America, okay, because the Lord ain't going to bring this place down just alone due to his financial system when it comes to his debt, okay, but all the wickedness that this place uphold, man, okay, the alternative lifestyle and that, people can do whatever they want, be whatever they want, okay, be contrary to the ways of the God of the Bible. Okay, especially you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, that's why the Lord wanted to destroy 2/3 of our people, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, here in America. And only going to save the remnant, which is the elect. Okay? And so that's what the Lord only concerns about right now. If 2/3 of our people are going to take on to the ways of America and trusting in the system when they introduce that MOTB. And the ones of our people that take it, they're going to be destroyed by those missiles, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. Okay? But you got other camps outside of Great Millstone, okay? Because here at Great Millstone, we teach the MOTB, starting with apostles and elders, okay, that the MOTB is the micro, the CHIP, okay? But these other camps, such as IUIC, ISUPK, they're not teaching the MOTB to be the micro. They say it's sin. It's something spiritual. It's Christianity. Okay? It taking the belief and trusting in this system. Okay? But those that take that MOTB, that micro, they're going to be destroyed of our people, man. But let me continue on. And it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Okay, and one of the ways to make the earth drunken by the way of the financial system, by that dollar, okay, that these nations took upon. Okay, now they're to the point of their system is collapsing or having problems due to debt. And that's why now they're starting to want to lead off from the American dollar. The nations have drunk enough on wine, therefore the nations are mad. Okay, yeah, the wine. Okay, that the financial system that America push. Okay, in the form of banks. Now these other countries, such as Russia and China, they got banks. Okay, Africa. Okay, yeah, America was known when it comes to this politics. Okay, how it was set up. Okay, when it comes to the presidents, the Republican, the Democrats. Okay, part of that wine, these other countries took on too. Okay, they do the same politics system, man. Voting. Okay, they call it what like over there in the West. I mean the East, they call it the Parliament. Okay, when it comes to their government. Okay, that's why you got just like you got the president over here, President Obama. Okay, hey, they got Putin, President Putin. Okay, the president of China, the president of Kenya. Okay, because they took on to the ways of America's system. Okay, but now they feel like now they got the upper hand as America's system is falling. They can implement that same type of system, but more of an alliance and backed by military and power. Okay, to forge their way of a new currency, the new next superpower in America going down. That's why it's going to be a war. Okay, as Elder Yashimamba put on the title of that video on his Truth Through and Information page, man. Okay, this is going to bring war. Okay, when the BRICS nations talking about moving away from the dollar and introducing their own alliance when they come to their financial system. Okay, and it says, Babylon had been the golden cups in the cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations had drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, they just as confused and corrupt, just as America over here in America. Okay, worldwide. Okay, and that's why when Yahweh shall return and set up the kingdom, it's going to be a worldwide dominance, man. The nation of Israel taking over, as we call it, the Jakeover, taking over everything, man, and putting all you heathens in subjection. Okay, because even though the Russians, okay, is going to be a key component, the Lord using them and these nations to use their missiles to destroy this place, but the Russians, they're Edomites as well, and the other nations that in league with them, they're heathens. A lot of them are heathens. Although you have Israelites scattered amongst all nations, but these heathen nations, when America destruction come and Yahweh shall establish his kingdom and the rule of Israel take place, all the nations are going to go into captivity, man. Okay, starting with Esau, Edom, and mainly the elites of Esau, Edom, that's going to escape the destruction of those missiles. Okay, but all these nations are going to go into captivity. The Russians, the Chinese, the Arabs, the Indians, what they call India. Okay, the original Africans, the original sons of Japheth, that's the Hawaiians, the Samoans. Okay, the Pygmies. Okay, over there in those islands, all of them are going to go into captivity, man. The Japanese. Okay, you just not had done also the Japanese. Okay, violate America because the Japanese supposed to be allies with America, and they doing business with Russia, and there's a certain limit they ain't have supposed to go above they pay when they dealing with Russia oil when it comes to the barrel. Okay, and they supposed to only pay like $60 up to like $60 per barrel. Okay, according to America's standard, since they allies with America, and they went above that. Okay, they upped the price, man. Okay, due to Russia, and so they starting to not want to trust in this place. Okay, and that's information that came out. Okay, which the elder Karat Dazak, up and coming elder Karat Dazak from the GMS Las Vegas branch, he brought that out. Okay, so everything looking bad for America, man. Which only retaliation gonna be, hey, them gonna mount up with troops, man. That's what you're starting to see. Okay? Now let me continue on. And it says, Babylon is sudden fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. So if be she may be healed. And balm is a healing ointment, okay? Which meaning that this place ain't gonna be great again. Make America great again, as Trump's slogan. Which he in trouble. Okay, he's looking to indict him. Which we already know that smoke and mirrors. Okay, a lot of propaganda to throw the masses off of what really going on. Okay, this whole situation with Trump and now the big controversy with the college team, the girls' college team that won the nationals, and you got the LSU girl, for taunting the Iowa girl. Okay, that whole madness right there. Which that show you right there the racial tensions, how they blowing that out of making it seem out of proportion, man. Okay, making that a big deal. Okay, but in the meantime, as this entertainment and social media and all these trends, and now you got talking about the pagan holiday, Easter coming up, people getting ready for that. Okay, but in the meantime, in reality, war is on the rise. A financial crash is coming. Okay, civil unrest is about to take place. Okay, all hell is about to break loose, man. The Lord bringing plagues. He's showing his wrath. But in the meantime, they want to come against the truth. They want to come against the prophets. Come against the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So this place ain't about to be no healing for this place. It's going right where it's supposed to head to, down, according to biblical prophecy. And we're seeing that, okay, this place, America. Verse 9, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country. And we telling our people that spiritually, okay, here in America, to come out of the ways of America, out of that mind frame, and these false doctrines, these philosophies, these different sets of religions that our people are into, telling them to come back and acknowledge their power, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and their true heritage of the Bible as being Israelites, man. Okay? But we also understand, us that's in the faith and have received the spirit, that this word is only for the elect. Because once again, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, man, in the up and coming times as we're approaching Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. Okay? And the only one that's going to be delivered is the elect. Okay? The 144,000 and the 1/3 of men, women, and children. Okay? Let me continue on. And it says, and let us go everyone into his own country. And for these heathens that's over here in America, if they don't flee, they're going to be destroyed off rip. Okay? Ain't no salvation for these heathens. Okay? But you starting to see a lot of these nations that came over here to have success over here in America, they starting to get out of this place, man. Close shop and go back to their original homeland. Okay, their original country. Because they seeing business ain't usual. Okay, business ain't as usual as it is. Okay, they came over here to prosper. Now they're going back. Okay? Because you got some of these heathens, they can't stand America, man. They just come over here, okay, like I said, to make money, send it back to their family overseas, or go back. Now they starting to go back. And the ones of these heathens that's over here in America that love this place and fall in love with all the wickedness and the so-called liberty, they're going to be stuck here to get fried, okay, by those missiles, man. Okay? And the judgment that's going to be breaking loose, when all hell be breaking loose, when an anarchy happening, when clash wars take place, civil war, race wars, okay? And it says, verse 9, for her judgment reacheth to the heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. Okay, so this place is headed for its destruction, man. So we knowing that this place is about to go into the state of war, okay, and also a financial change, okay, systematically, okay, as they pushing towards a digital system, and then that the dollar is devaluing, okay, and so now you starting to see the main point. These other countries, starting with Russia, leading off on the American dollar and boasting themselves as they forming these alliances through BRICS, the BRIC nations, and other countries starting to join with them. So it's going to be a war, man, and that's prophecy as well. And that's the Lord doing that, because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai ruleth in the kingdom of men, putting the spirit on these nations to come against America. Let me get this, because we're in that time of America destruction and the salvation of the nation of Israel from America, starting with the elect, and also where the elect is scattered out worldwide, that's going to be delivered, man. The time of Yahweh Shai return. I'm going to end off with Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles going into the original Gentiles, the heathens, these other nations, okay? Not in this case, Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations, okay? A Negro, Latino, Native American descent. Okay, now this is going into the original heathens, man, of these other nations. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, and wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's what you're starting to see. Because besides these nations coming together financially with Russia and China, they also coming together to join their military. If they're going to join their alliance with Russia and the BRICS, okay, in the form of their trusting in it with their wealth, their money, okay, how much more the militaries that they're going to join with, okay, their alliance, okay, to protect their interests. In America, the same way, okay? So you're starting to see war. And it says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, okay? And that's going into with the agriculture. Okay, at one point in time, all these nations, these other foreign countries, I don't think they relied on their agriculture, okay? Their resources toward their country, their citizens, okay? But now they taking that money or they resources or they financially resources and putting it into their military force, man, and doing business with Russia and business amongst themselves, their allies amongst themselves, to make them stronger as a military force, man. And it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, okay? And a lot of these other countries as well, outside of Russia, they trusting in China, because China got an advanced military, right along with Russia, man. Okay, so it's about to go down, man. Okay, and you got people boast that America got the biggest and strongest military. Okay, but one thing, America military is spread out thin. Over here in America, you don't have people with that patriotic mind to fight for this country anymore due to the exposure in the military. Okay, and due to the morality of these people over here in America, these people ain't want to fight for this country no more. But the other countries, they now starting to see the advantage. Hey, they saying we strong now. We got Russia aiding us. They're a superpower when it comes to the military. China. Okay? So that's the weak saying that we are strong. Or, those other countries, man. And that's the spirit of the Lord. And it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathen. See, the heathens. Okay? The original Gentiles. And it says, assemble yourselves and come, all you heathens, and gather yourselves together round about, till cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So the Lord is doing this, man. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, which in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shaphat, okay, meaning the Most High's judgment, over there in the land, in the Middle East, okay, close to Saudi Arabia, okay, those desert lands, okay, where this nation is going to be, where these nations going to gather at. And you starting to see that now being the hot zone. Nations sending their military over there. And America military been over there for years, man. Ever since the late 80s, going into the 90s, all the way up to the 2000s to now. And they constantly sending troops or bringing troops home or sending more, okay? Because when they say they bringing troops back home, people get excited. Man, the only thing they doing is strategizing, man. How are we going to send more troops to combat? Okay? Because that's where it's going to be the hot zone at, over there in the Middle East. Okay? And other nations are sending their troops down there. Okay? And that's where this war going to start off at. Okay? Over there in the Middle East. Then it's going to come to a point of a nuclear war. Okay? And it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. And that's why the Lord bringing judgment, due to the wickedness of the world, man. That these people are evolving and push, starting with these leaders, okay, down to their citizens, man. Primary over here in America. Okay, that's why America going to get the worst of this war. Okay, when the Lord allowed those missiles to decimate this place, man. Okay, and Yahushua coming back with the host of angels to bring war. Okay, by the way of those chariots bringing concentrated fire, laser beams that they depict in these alien invasion movies. That's how Yahushua gonna return, but in a real fashion, man, glorious fashion. Okay, that Esau can't even gonna fathom that it happening to him. Okay, the whole world. Okay, us, that's the hopeful elect. Okay, that pray that we be part of that number. Okay, and the Lord, have it, and I start with myself, and I know other brothers as well. Okay, that we're worthy to be part of that number and able to see that day. Okay, when the Lord return, man, and bring judgment, and at the same time, hopefully that we be delivered from out of it, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a spectacular, marvelous scene, man. Okay, the Lord said it's gonna be like no other. Okay, just as the great deliverance that took place out of Egypt when it comes to the nation of Israel, the Lord said He's gonna outdo that. Okay, when Yahushua return, man. Let me see. Verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And I end it there. So I'm going to go ahead and end this lesson. And just as I started the lesson, I'm going to end off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone that teach and rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide, that's in the faith and exalt the names of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Hope this lesson may edify. Until the next time, Lord willing, Shalom.